Meat prices have skyrocketed during inflation, but Tim and Kelly still wanted to serve up steaks to their 16, count them, 16 children. So they bought and butchered an entire cow to save money.
With having 15 children and 2 adults to feed, buying meat these days can get pricey. So we decided to purchase a cow and have it butchered. It filled a majority of our stand-up freezer, but it is now full of hamburger, T-bone steaks, ribeyes, roasts, and cube steak. 3 layers of nothing but meat. We filled it so much that we had to adjust it to get it to close, but we managed to make it work. Let's see how long this lasts our family and if it was worth it.
Well, Kelly and Tim are joining us virtually, so hello.
Hi.
Hey, Dr. Phil.
16 children, right?
16.
Okay, who wants to take the challenge? I want you to name the 16 children. Go.
Amber, Morgan, Autumn, Braylon, Slayton, Kenneth, David, Nevaeh, Apple, Gnarly, Emma, Riley, Charlie, Lucas, and McKinley.
Good job. I couldn't have done it.
He knows their
I have
birthdays,
2
too.
and I can't remember one of them half the time. Of course, I can't remember why I went in the kitchen this morning either. Tim says he was unsure about buying a butchered cow until meat prices increased so much. What pushed you over the edge?
When it got to the point where just your typical ground hamburger meat was like $6, $7 a pound, and they had the audacity to put a for sale, a sale price on there. And I would say probably half of the meals that we cook are ground beef. So that's a big filler for our family. And a normal meal for a family of 4 would be maybe a 1 pound pack of hamburger meat, but for us, it's about 4 pounds. So it can add up quickly.
But now you're down to $275 a day per person, right?
Right.
Wow. What's the real key? Do you buy other things in bulk as well?
Yeah, so we started doing the same thing as she stated before, planning meals, buying in bulk. We started making homemade biscuits, buying sugar and things like that you need on a daily basis in bulk as well.
You also had 3 vehicles because you have a lot of people to move around, and you traded in 3 cars for a 15-person van, right?
Yeah, the van is our almost like our school bus for our tribe. Like your previous guest said, we felt the crunch on the car insurance, and we have a couple teen drivers, so even without wrecks or anything like that, they're using that to get even more money out of families. The mechanic shops, when you take a vehicle there for routine maintenance, you're seeing the prices of that go way up because they can't find mechanics to work there without, paying them more, which means they got to charge more. So
Yeah, it's a domino effect. And as Dan was pointing out, the inflation is an average. And if we look at the chart, you can see how these things really stack up. Because all items is 9.1, but energy, 43.5%. When we get into winter and we start talking fuel oils, 70.4%. And then motor fuel, 60.2%. Even with it coming down, it's still in the 50s. This is crippling.
Yeah, it's something that we really haven't seen for decades. And the energy sector, as you said, is driving a lot of it, because if you look not just at the raw fuel oils and motor fuels, things like that, if you look at airfare, well, that's because the jet fuel price is going up. If you look at electricity, that's because they're using a lot of fossil fuels to run the power plants.
Do you have a story or a question for me? Click the link in the description and tell me what in the world is going on.